Okay. I am a Caitlin Clark fan. I'm a fan. So before you troll me, before you send me all the hate messages and how can I do this and how can I do that, and I don't watch the games and I don't understand basketball, before you do all of that, call me stupid, call me an idiot, all of that kind of stuff. Hear me out on one statistic that I, as a Caitlin Clark fan, am actually worried about. And that is the TO. And I'm not talking about a timeout. I'm talking about turnovers. Turnovers. Caitlin Clark leads the WNBA in turnovers. She has 155. She averages right now 5.5 turnovers a game. Now I know that she's leading in assists. She has 8.3 assists. Fantastic number. But that turnover number is almost 2 points higher than the second person on that turnover list, Alyssa Thomas of the Connecticut Sun. She has 3.8 turnovers per game, or 102 turnovers. Okay. Now you're going to tell me, or someone's going to put out there, well, in Caitlin's first game, she had 10 turnovers. For the math, for the purposes, I took out the 10 turnovers and I took out one game. Okay. So she has 155. I minus 10, made it 145. She's played in 28 games. I divided it by 27 games. She still has a turnover ratio of 5.37, almost 5.4. So maybe 0.1 difference between what she has the rest of the season as opposed to that first game. And coincidentally, Thomas had an awful first game of the season. She had, she had 7 turnovers in game 1. And you subtract that from the 102, you get 95. She's played in 27 games. I took off a game, I divided it by 26, and she's averaging 3.65 or about 3.7. So really and truly, one game does not necessarily make a difference because they've played so many. You know, they've played 27-ish, 28 games on the season. They have 12, they have 13 more. So the majority of the games are behind them. Let's go over and look at Caitlin Clark's turnovers by game right now. All right. Can you see on the screen there? I'm just going to make sure that, okay. So Caitlin Clark, let's just look down here. All right. Let's go over to turnovers. It'd be nice if I had it. Okay. So this is for August, essentially. All right. We're starting in August, then July, then June, all the way through the start of the season. We see in turnover right here, I can make this even bigger. Turnover, 5, 5, 2, 2's great. 6, 6, 6, sign of the devil. 5, 4, 6, 6, 6. So she has another 6, 6, 6. 5, 7, 6, 5, 7, 3, 8, 3, 5, 7, 7, 6, 2, 3, 5, 8, 3, and then 10 is opening night. Okay. We see a lot of, now we do see, a couple 2s, a bunch of 3s. We see a lot of 5s and a lot of 6s. And earlier in the season, we see a lot of 7s, although she had a 7 in one of her last games on June 21st before the Olympics and the break of that. So higher. Okay. Now let's look at Alyssa Thomas's turnover. Now to start in August here for Alyssa, just to make sure we're on Alyssa's page, I'll go back here. This is Alyssa Thomas, okay, of the Sun. We go down, we look at turnovers. In August, 4, 5, 6. That, that looks a lot closer to what Caitlin Clark has had during the same period of time. But as we scroll down, we see a 1. Now the 1 is against the WNBA All-Stars, which is against Caitlin essentially. And And outside of assist, Caitlin did not have a fantastic game either against the US Team USA. So let's not even worry about that game, all right? But then we have Alyssa playing New York. She has 1. She plays 23 minutes. She has 2. She has 4. She has 1. She has 4. She has 3. Then we go back up 6, 3, 6, 0. And she played 32 minutes, so it's not like she's playing 18 minutes in that game. 3, 1. She has 6 and 40 minutes, okay? 6 and 27, 5 and 40 minutes. So a really bad stretch there for Alyssa. 3, 5, and then let's go down 3, 4, 6, 1 in 40 minutes, 2 in 44 minutes, and then 7 on opening night. So what it really is, by looking at these numbers, okay, without going into the weeds for everyone and boring you all, Alyssa, now some may say she has not played the same number of minutes as Caitlin. And whether that's true or not, the one thing you can notice from Alyssa is every time out, she's not getting 5 to 6 or maybe 4 to 6 turnovers in every game. I mean, as a matter of fact here, she played 44 minutes and had 2. She played 40 minutes and had 1. Those are numbers that Caitlin is not putting up. There isn't a correlation directly between minutes played and turnovers. And in doing the math, Alyssa has played 900 minutes to Caitlin Clark's 985 minutes. If you take the number of turnovers and divide it by their minutes, and Caitlin Clark averages, and this is a crazy stat, so bear with me, for every minute Caitlin Clark plays, she averages about 16% of a turnover. I know that's weird to think about. It's not 16 turnovers, it's not 1.6, but for every minute, the correlation is about 0.16 turnovers for every minute. Now, Alyssa Thomas, on the other hand, for her 900 minutes of playing and 102 turnovers, she averages 0.11 turnovers per minute. So about a third less than Caitlin Clark. And that goes with their statistics as well. So maybe something to shoot for next year. Something, if you look at Caitlin Clark and you say she's the best player ever, she's the best rookie ever, she should be in the MVP running right now. If you say all that, and I'm not going to argue that you can't say that. What I will say is one of the things that can enhance the play of Caitlin Clark is if next year she can reduce that average of turnovers per game. Now, how does that happen? Well, some of it is just being able to understand the speed of play. You know, there's probably no coincidence that she had her biggest number of turnovers on the first night of play. Probably nervousness and probably the speed of the game is much different than college basketball. But as she plays, she'll get more and more used to the speed of the game. She'll get to know her teammates and know what spots they're in. So those numbers, in my mind, will go down next year. Will they go down so that she's not in first place? I'm not 100% sure. And the reason for that is, one of the things that you have to take with Caitlin Clark is she's going to try something extraordinary. Maybe not on every play, but on many plays. She's going to drive to the basket when you thought she was going to take a three. She's going to dish it when you think she's going to go to the hoop. Something like that. So this maverick mentality that she might have is going to carry over to her second season. The question is, can she lower the number of turnovers and enhance her entire game? We'll see. But the one thing that is clear is, in order to be that stabilizing source, that all around fantastic, great A++ player, I'd like to see those turnovers, that average of turnovers per game, go down. Thank you again for watching. And like I said, before you troll me, I hope you've watched the entire video to understand my take on this. I'm not taking away from her game. I'm saying this is one stat I think she does need to focus on. And if she does, her game's going to get that much better. Her number of assists is going to go up that much more, you know? So again, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe, please like, and I will talk to you soon.